Hey guys and welcome to my channel. Today we are doing, what if Naruto was neglected by his parents and joined the Anbu? Kushina and Minato are alive and well taking care of their child, well one of them. Naruto has a younger twin named Menma. Kurama was split into two consisting of his soul and his chakra. Menma is the favored child as they train him to be able to take care of Kurama when he is released. They fawn over him even when he does minor things while Naruto accomplished great feats but has no acknowledgement. What will happen between the family? With that out of the way, let's begin this what if. Kitsun POV. Fuck yeah! Finally! After so long my chakra strings are finally mastered. Ha! This is a lot harder than expected. The ceiling was even faster than learning the basics of moving things faster and with great efficiency. I could now arrange and rearrange my special weapon with will. I sent the clone to Kiri to get its own version since he can and probably will want one. My weapon has many purposes. 1. It has seals on the edge of the fan blades that would absorb any jutsu thrown and could be released as a throwable jutsu. The only downside is that each blade could only absorb and hold onto a jutsu. 2. The fan is made of chakra metal, so I could send lightning elemental chakra onto it to make it stronger or wind to sharpen the weapon and to dull out the lightning blades that Kyumo ninjas use. 3. The battle fan could be rearranged as a long sword with teeth coming out forwards. It would take a fan to make, which also means that it takes 5 pieces. 4. It can also all connect together to create a giant fan that is almost identical to the one Suna and Minato use. Of course I asked permission from them to copy it. I placed each fan blade on every tip of my fingers, with a built-in launcher to launch it onto an upcoming jutsu and absorb it. That way it could also be connected to chakra strings as fast as possible. Anyways, as of now I am returning to Konoha to report to that blonde Hokage that the mission is finished. That Tanuki is now resting soundly in a more comfortable seal. Using Shunshin to travel between points is exhausting, but that is fine. The faster I could get home the better. I have news to give to Hinata-chan anyway, Naruto-kun. You are finally back. Hinata-chan shouted waving at me. I finally made it to the Hokage's office, littering the office with red stains with my blood Shunshin, and giving him a brief report of what I did, including the training regime. After which, I shunshined to our personal training ground where I could feel Hinata-chan's chakra signature. Miss me? Oh of course. But I knew that it was important. While you were gone, Tu-san helped me develop a new jutsu that would require precise chakra control. Of course I had to improve in that too for it to work, so I did chakra control exercises while you were gone. Niji Nii-san volunteered to help me make my Byakugan more mature. She says happily with a big smile on her face. That is good to hear, Hinata. May I see the new technique you learned? Hi. Gentle step twin lion fist. I watched in amazement as 2 heads of lions appeared with the color of blue. It is most probably made of chakra, amazing Hinata-chan. What can it do? Well, we found out that it drains the target's chakra. We found out when my father volunteered to be my testing dummy and I abided by his request. His chakra was drained, but it was not my fault. He volunteered. Hinata stammers out, clearly embarrassed at what she did. That is fine, Hinata-chan. I understand, I said with a little chuckle. Hinata just stood there with her cheeks flushed in red. She looks so cute when flustered. Ho? Is the brat finally admitting that he likes a certain Hyuga? Rumbled Mr. Fluffy Ass, you are still alive? Been a while since I last heard your oh so majestic voice cue by guessing ma, do not change the topic, brat. I could see your dreams, you know? Who knew you liked to see her riding you? Shut up, I heard the fox chuckle before going back to reality to see a confused Hinata. Anyways. We will begin our training now. I have a great idea for your training. We are going to try to incorporate the gentle step twin lion fist onto your 8 trigrams. After that, we will master your elemental affinity to make your taijutsu get a little sort of ninjutsu added. So, let's begin. Hi, we spent the rest of the day incorporating methods to add the twin lion fist onto the 8 trigrams. It was difficult since she had to use tons of chakra and needed to be able to use her water affinity to flow like the water and imagine fighting someone and dodging their imaginary jabs while sending chakra eating techniques. This is taking a toll on Hinata's chakra reserves by deeply adding more onto it and by making her use her brain to think of ways to perfect it. We are halfway done. She is a smart girl, so I did not expect less from her. Good job, Hinata-chan. We managed to perfect it halfway. Tomorrow. We will not continue this, but we will do a mission that may as well promote you to Chunin under my request to Hokage-sama. I said enthusiastically as she became excited for a second before frowning. What is it, Hinata-chan? Well, what if I mess up? I am not strong enough yet to take on hard missions, and I probably would not be able to make you proud. Hinata-chan, you already make me proud every day. You surprise me every time I see you there, training until you get tired, and you even created your own jutsu that is a rank on its own and will become an S rank when the collaboration of it and your own version of Jukin. I am proud of what you have become. You are already in A rank if you are in the bingo book. You have high Chunin chakra reserves and near perfect chakra control. That is very praiseworthy. So don't down yourself, okay? She looked at me with teary eyes before running at me full force and hugging me. I felt liquid begin drenching the area where my belly button is, right below the protective layer being drenched. I looked down slightly to see Hinata crying. I hugged her as she cried. Soon after, she fell asleep in my arms. I shunshined to the front of the head family household and knocked. A branch member opened the door and let me in, knowing full well why I am here. This has happened more than once. It happens when Hinata overexerts her body and trains until she literally falls. I placed her body onto her bed and sunshined to the Hokage's office after feeling my tattoo calling for me. Ryu-sama and Bakage were there, looking at where I was. Yes, Hokage-sama, Ryu-sama, you summoned me. Kitsun came from the voice of the dragon-masked Anbu commander. I am officially retiring. Kitsun POV. I am officially retiring. Should I call Inu-san then for you to tell him that he is going to replace you? No, I have someone else in mind. Then Karasu, no, I wanted someone else. Who do you want to replace you then? Ryu-sama, you. And just like that, shit has gone real, ni Ryu-sama. You do realize that in doing so, you would be leaving the whole ANBU department, even old man Danzo's old root department, under the care of a sadistic teenager no less than 18 years old. You might want to reconsider, Ryu-sama. I have already asked your higher-ups for recommendations, and if they agree, and they did. They say that you have the most success rate in the whole ANBU. Only failing one because of a clone's playfulness and taking the recipe for itching powder instead of important peace treaties from Suna, see Ryu-sama? My clones are exactly like me, so I am still quite childish and could lead all ANBU to their dooms, or, with your intellect and quick decision-making, you could lead them to greatness. You prevented tons of accidents that could have been bad for our village. Like developing a seal that would make the Uchihas immune to genjutsu, making the orders given to them to start a civil war to disappear. You protected our village from the Suna and Sound invasion. Created a treaty with the Mizukage and got the Sannin title. I think that all your good deeds outweigh a single failed mission. Besides, your happy little accident made your capture missions easier. That may be true, Ryu-sama, but I have taken in a student under me. What would happen to her, it would be your choice to make. So, do you accept it? Yes, although do you accept that I will be the new ANBU commander with all your heart? Of course. Okay then, Ryu-sama, wait, do you are a teenager? Cut in that stupid Hokage, I forgot he even existed. No shit, who knows, Hokage-sama, I may be a full-grown adult in a henge. Although passing genin literally means you are an adult. It is for you to decide, Hokage-sama. Okay then, Kitsun, as Hokage and with the permission of Ryu, I now announce that you are officially the new ANBU commander. You will be my right-hand man and his second in command. You will also be expected to take over in my absence. Stop, it was not in the rules that I will take over in your absence, Hokage-sama. Please do not add responsibilities in my already spilling bucket. Well, I tried. You are now free to leave, Kitsun. I left with another shunshin after releasing blood-colored liquid onto the floor. The poor genins that are to be assigned there are going to have a hard time removing those. I made sure of that. I arrived on top of the Hokage Mountains, right above the first Hoge's carved head. I sat down and overlooked the village that scorned me as Naruto and celebrated my death. Karma's a bitch and would bite them soon anyways. And I will be watching it happen. Good morning, Naruto-kun. Greetings, the only angel Kami-sama has allowed me to see. Good morning, Hinata-chan. Are you ready to take the mission? This is an A-rank mission. It would make us immobilize some people, gather some, and we might need to kill some people. We could try again next time if you dash, it is fine Naruto-kun. I believe in your powers. I could also defend myself thanks to your teachings, so I am confident. Over the month, my life is stressful. I got christened to the life of having paperwork, which is hard, and would probably retire on my 25th birthday. My promotion has been made public and many cheered. I left a new blood clone to do the office work. Poor guy, he might kill himself the first year. Hinata-chan and I managed to perfect her new jutsu after restarting from scratch after finding a flaw, which is fine. We also started in her elemental chakra, which is hard for me to explain since I do not have water release at the moment. She successfully turned a leaf into pure water. Now we are trying to get water from the air particles but placed it on hiatus for now since we have a mission to do and a promotion to give. Did you bring everything I told you? Hi. But I am confused about the pepper, pay it no mind. That would come helpful immediately. Now then let us start our mission. We made our way towards the gate for Hinata to get a pass. Since she does not have Sannin status, we ventured towards the south. More importantly, towards what Orochimaru called his southern base. We were told to look for a redhead with the name of Uzumaki Karen. I remember my emo genin telling me of a red-haired man he saved. I thought he was lying, but later it was proven true by Orochimaru himself after claiming he took the child back to his base. He really is a pedophile. The only question is where will she stay? I do not trust the child with the Bakage family, and he does not know of her existence yet, since he was stupid enough to leave the interrogation report alone to spend time with his wife. Probably making a third Namikaze or second if not including me. At Orochimaru's lab then? She could meet Sasuke and thank him. Anyways, we are nearing a big-ass rock. Sure, not suspicious at all. We went to it and lifted the rock to surprise a metal latch. We unlocked it and, using Hinata's Byakugan, estimated the drop height and to see anything suspicious. The drop was fairly high and I agreed to catch Hinata. Lucky me. Okay Hinata, you know what to do. Kitsun POV. A stab here, a stab there, Uokeki Genkai Jutsu, might as well grab it. I released a blade to absorb the jutsu. An explosion released, too bad he died before I could restrain him. I could see Hinata-chan taking care of experiments after experiments, completely immobilizing them. Thanks to Orochipido being gone, chaos emerged in this hideout. Probably every hideout is like this. I watch as Hinata-chan evades every lethal attack sent to her and how she blocks jutsu after jutsu being thrown at her. I am just here chilling with the fools that are trying to defeat me as they keep on coming, only ultimately meeting their demise. After 3 minutes, I am done playing around. I summoned my attack chains and began bulldozing after enemies. Going to a killing spree is fun, especially if you do not have to walk. I just used my chains as a method of transportation, carrying my body mass towards the enemies as they fall dead like flies. Then I felt a strong presence back to where Hinata-chan is. Damn it. I am coming as fast as I can. Just stay safe. I cursed in my head as I began controlling my chains to go back as fast as possible to where I know Hinata-chan is. She is completely surrounded by enemies, although she does not look tired. She is staring at a weird-looking guy that is probably obese. The guy moved in to attack her as Hinata flowed around the attacks and hit chakra points along the way. She backflipped away from an attempt at a low kick. I pierced the floor with my attack chains as I aligned them directly below the other people looking for a chance to attack, making them into kebabs. She began attacking the guy more, doing at 8 trigram, 64 palms, closing off a total of half the guy's total chakra points. The guy suddenly rushed her, and in her defense, Hinata raised her hands, forming the twin lion and readied her right arm to do a tenketsu. The guy suddenly tripped, making Hinata's right hand align to the heart of the foe, dealing a hard attack onto the heart, killing the guy. Yes, it is true that you have to hit all the tenketsu for it to work, but with added force and power, it stops the heart. Hinata stood there, wide-eyed and visibly shocked by what had happened. This is her first kill, and it is not exactly her fault. But the guilt of killing someone got her hard. I made my way towards her and placed her head on my shoulder. We stood there for a while before something finally happened. She is crying, openly sobbing into my arms, not minding if she is smearing her face onto the bloodstains I have on me. I caressed her hair, moving my hand up and down, combing it trying to soothe her. It was not your fault, but I should have stopped my attack when I saw it happen. I should have reacted fast enough, but it was either you or him. We are shinobi, we are expected to kill someone sooner or later. It is better now than later when your team or you are going on espionage or assassination missions, even simple assist missions. Just let it out, alright? I know that you were strong enough to let this through. She slowly nodded as she wiped her tears and nose with tissue that she got from who knows where. Slowly but surely, she calmed down and gave me the look of determination. We are going to continue after all. Not minding the skewered bodies on the floor, we continued searching the place for a little girl. All we know is that she is within one of the holding cells. We searched for chakra, and after 5 minutes, Hinata found a weak chakra signature coming from deeper within the hideout. We headed there with no troubles since we might have killed, or in Hinata's case, immobilized all the enemies. After a while, we came face to face with a sturdy-looking metal door with broken hinges. One quick swipe with my weapon and the hinges broke, making the door fall with a huge resounding slam. We looked inside the dark cell to see a silhouette in the corner, with what looks to be 2 round objects reflecting light. I made a scorch ball to light up the place to see clearer. There, huddled in the corner, is a child our age, with red hair and glasses. There are also noticeable bite marks around her legs and arms. She was shaking a bit, probably scared of us. Hey, it's okay, we will not hurt you. How can I believe you? She says in a loud voice with a pinch of sassiness and a truckful of nervousness, we are from Konoha and we are here to rescue you. Do not worry, we will explain more about it on our way back. You are welcomed in the leaf, Uzumaki Karen. How do you know my name? As I said, I will try to explain everything and I will try to answer all of your questions. She reluctantly agreed, and Hinata-chan lent her a pair of extra shinobi clothes she brought, consisting of a purple long-sleeved cheapao shirt with black short shorts. She also wore shinobi sandals for her to move much more efficiently. We made our way out of the place with her slightly getting disgusted with all the body left to rot. After we made it out, I did a hand sign and seconds later, the area in front of us fell as fire emerged from that area. It is amazing what you can do with seals written on paper. She looked amazed but kept quiet. We are finally heading back to Konoha with a successful mission. Kami-sama or Inari-sama, whoever is above, kill me, end my suffering. This red-headed child definitely is a pure Uzumaki. She does not stop talking. After a few minutes of walking in silence, she finally released herself from her shyness cocoon and out came a talkative butterfly. Reminds me of a certain Haruno. I tried to explain everything to her without interference, but her brashness and curiosity had to come out. She questioned every word I asked like a fucking 3-year-old. Of course I would not know that feeling, but seeing other 3-year-olds back in my day I could say that they are loud. Very loud and curious, and oh my Kami so annoying. She kept on asking who I was and from what clan am I and if I could show her my face, and asked if I am hot. I noticed Hinata-chan blush a bit from the last question, which made me happy on the inside but showed no emotions on the outside. The fox would not stop laughing at my reaction. Hey, where would I stay? The redhead asked a little sadly, which totally is different from her earlier mood. You would be staying at Orochimaru's for a while dash, the guy that took me? Why? Did I do something wrong? She asked, shaking a bit. Hinata-chan, being the kind-hearted girl she is, hugged the Uzumaki to try and calm her down, which surprisingly worked. Wish I was her. Why don't you just ask her out? It is obvious she likes you back. Or are you too much of a pussy to do so? Don't tell me that you have no balls to ask her out? The fox shouted, followed by thunderous laughs, making me feel a small headache. Shut up, Kurama, or else I would fucking shove all your 9 tails up your demonic ass. Geez, you are all bark but no bite. He smirked before getting ready to sleep. Lazy-ass fox, be grateful I am doing all the sleeping to let you continue whatever the fuck you are doing, brat, and don't forget your shadow clone that you left at your desk was thanks to me. We do not need another decomposing blood clone to clean up. Yeah, do not worry so much. He may be a pedophile, heck he is one, but no harm is to come to you. We did something that we could not tell you at the moment to him, so he would not do any harm towards our village, including her people. And you are now a member of Konoha, so no harm is coming your way, okay? The redhead began having tears on the edge of her eyes, threatening to fall. After 2 more steps, she let out loud wailing sounds and began sobbing uncontrollably. I found out beforehand that she was abused back in her old village, so hearing those words probably overwhelmed her. Ugh. Finally, I cannot wait to go home to some whining clones demanding food. Sounds fun, hey brat, that might have to wait. Your shadow clone killed itself after receiving another pile of paperwork. Go do it first. The fox said with a huge shit-eating face on his face, probably towards my reaction, why can I not get a break? All the clones that I send would kill themselves shortly afterwards, Kitsun-san. I was brought out of my inner turmoil by a sweet angelic voice. I looked towards a princess staring at me with a red head beside her. We should take her to her temporary residence, right? That is right. Now take my hands, both of you, only the guy who saved me can touch my hands. They are reserved for him. Karen said with a little more sass in her voice. Well, what a shame, I thought you would want to meet him again. Guess we should take you to another place then? I say with a smirk as she instantly takes my head glaring at me. He is there. Take me to him now. She practically demanded, earning a chuckle from Hinata. We got enveloped in red before disappearing, leaving a red splat of liquid by the gates and a groaning Izumu along with a whining Kotetsu. We arrived at a clean-looking hallway that is lit with torches that are coming out from the walls. I began walking towards a direction with the two girls following. I stopped a bit, earning a confused look from both girls. I faced towards the left wall and walked forward towards a torch. What are you doing? I want to see that guy now. Karen demanded. I did not mind her as I did a few hand signs, releasing an unnoticed genjutsu, turning the unlit torch into a lever and its surrounding area into a giant seal. I smeared blood over the giant seal and did more hand seals. I watched as it turned bright white before it stopped. I then pulled the lever and watched as the wall made a 180-degree turn, dragging us along with it and into a room with drawings on the sides and carvings. Another surprise is another hallway. We began walking again with a complaining Karen and an amazed Hinata. As we walked through the hallway, we saw many ongoing experiments through the glass. The experiments were nothing big, just playing with white humanoid things that are probably devoid of life. We walked more until we entered a training room. Inside is a battle gear wearing Orikipido and a shirtless duck-ass emo. Karen immediately got a nosebleed upon the sight of her savior shirtless. Yo Orikipido, Kitsun, it seems that you have found our little Uzumaki friend. Nice to see you again, Karen. You shirtless guy, what is your name? Shouted Karen, completely ignoring Orikipido. It is of no importance. I do not like to tell my name to those who are unworthy, told Sasuke in a way that shows he really has a stick up his ass. A huge one. There is Uchiha Sasuke, my student, and Sasuke, this is Uzumaki Karen, your new friend. Have fun you too, I say as I quickly grabbed Hinata's hand and left the lair with blood-colored liquid on the floor. Kitsun POV. Well, I knew this would happen one day. I did not expect that it would happen today though. Chunin exams. Hokage-sama just announced that the next Chunin exams are to happen soon and it will happen at Suna. Since teammate is still on duty, Hinata will be going with her teammates and that includes their sensei, Kurinai. Bakage-sama does not allow me to go with them to Suna due to rotting corpses are always found in your office or you should not be slacking on your job Kitsun or the famous stop sending shadow clones to do your job. I mocked in my head with that blonde Hokage's voice. I received a loud laugh at the end of my ranting, almost shocking me if only I did not remember that there was a giant fox living inside me. You make the best impression of him. You should grow out your hair and then you would be a complete clone of your stupid father. He shouted, followed by many thunderous laughs that seemed to echo in the many hallways behind me. Father. When was the last time I called someone who really deserved it? Someone who really cared for me, protected me from harm and helped me in whatever problems I face. Not Minato. He was more of a stranger with slightly higher authority. Probably Kakashi nii? He is more of an older brother by the way he acts around me and his age. The others that care about me are Itachi-senpai and Shisui-senpai, but both are like brothers to me more than fathers. I really do not have anyone who classifies as my father. Do not lose yourself in your thoughts when you are talking to me, brat. Where are you even going? We are literally inside your mind right now. Sorry Kurama, I was just thinking of something. Oh? What is that? It is none of your business Kurama. Anyway, what were we talking about again? We were debating on which is better, boobs or ass. Is that really what we were talking about? Geez, how far did my mind wander off to? No, you stupid brat. Your way with words is amazing, but your memory sucks. You do not even remember what we were talking about. We were talking about your dumb Hokage and how you two would look identical if you grew your hair. But I do not want to. I want my own style, and since all of the Jonin and Anbu are here, I would like to make an important announcement. It has been so great. I turned him down as I faced towards a familiar gray-haired man standing beside me. Kaka Nii, how did I get here? I saw you spacing out in the Hokage office, so I decided to jump down and shunshin you here when they told you to come here. I was on guard duty, remember, should I know? He shrugged his shoulders as he began reading his book. I should read mine too. Aika is actually amazing, just do not mind all the sexual scenes. It has a great storyline and Kaka Nii only gave me the clean version of it, saying he does not want to dirty my mind. Well, that is impossible when there is a huge S-Fox inside of me that has been through 2 Lady Jinchuriki. Did you know Lady Mito and Shodai Hokage did their first in a forest? Okay, enough. Anyways, the fox would not stop telling me the wonderful tales of how I was made and how the sons and daughters of Shodai Hokage were created. I am in a living nightmare. It is sad for me to say that I am going to pass this hat on to someone soon. And I would like to announce that the new Hokage would be Hatake Kakashi. I looked at Kaka Nii and saw him staring at Bakage-sama like he just killed one of his summoning ninkins. Everyone was silent that you could hear his book fall out of his hands and reach the bottom with a thud. I am sorry, Hokage-sama, but I think I heard that right. You want me to be Hokage? He says as he cleans his ears with his finger. Yes, I sent a message towards your home and got no complaints in return. But Hokage-sama, I am not the best at being Hokage. I am not responsible and would probably drive the village down to the ground. I agree with him, Hokage-sama. I said, trying to save Kaka Nii, then you help him out in running the village Kitsun until he can run it himself, Hokage-sama. If you add me to this disaster of a soup already, it would double. Hokage-sama, we are not really the best duo when it comes to serious manners. Yes, I know that you may not be serious most of the time, but when it comes to serious times, you two could be a power duo that will do everything in your power to protect the village and her people. So, I trust your judgment. Do we have any other choice, Hokage-sama? Kaka Nii asked, obviously desperate. Nope. And with that, Kaka Nii let out an audible groan. I looked towards the other Jonin to see them sneaking and others visibly laughing. Hokage-sama dismissed us after he told everyone that the inauguration of the new Hokage will happen someday this week. Hokage-sama giving me more power than the Anbu commander of the past made many rumors about the Hokage favoring me, but it was just the Hokage wanting to spend time with his visibly pregnant wife. She was already 5 months old. I walked my way towards the Hyuga household. The guards already know me as Hinata's second sensei, so they let me in. I greeted everyone I came across, to which they returned. I walked towards the training room of the Hyugas to see a traditional match begin. Today they will decide who will be the clan head to be, Hyuga Hanabi or Hyuga Hinata. Hajime, I give up. Wani-chan, why? Hinata, what is the meaning of this? To-san, with all due respect, I want to be an Anbu. If I am to become the clan head, I would not be able to handle all responsibilities of the clan along with Anbu work. I want to protect the village, and I want to protect everyone in it. So I give up. We will have a meeting. About this, Hinata, please wait for further answers. But as your father, I will support you in your idea. And with that, everyone dispersed as I went up to Hinata-chan. Want to go train? We will have to make you impress everyone present at the upcoming Chunin exams so you could get special Jonin. Special Jonin, yes, it means that you have the qualities to have a Jonin in one area but are lacking in another. So what do you say? Of course. Kitsun POV. The first year after the Red Minato left, many things happened. Kakashi Nii has a good grasp at being Hokage, and I graciously quit being a half Hokage of some sort. I do not want to do any more paperwork. Sure, I send shadow clones to do it, but when they kill themselves, the work experience and the taxing feeling of doing all those paperworks come back to me. 6 months ago, Kushina-san gave birth to a healthy baby girl. She has red hair and looks exactly like her mother with the violet eyes. Unlike her brother, she does not have any whisker marks at all. And I promise with my life that if they neglect her too, I will take her under my care and file a case against them for neglecting 2 kids at a young age. Mito, named after Shodai Hokage's wife, is adored by all. They were so smart that they made it public that they have another child, but sure, it is not like Yandame's enemies would know. Yeah, sure, just spread it to everyone that you have a child that is vulnerable and could be used as a bargaining chip or could just be killed right there and then. Anyways, moving on, Hinata-chan made it to Tokubetsu Jonin, and with more practice, I will recruit her to the ANBU. Since she is no longer Genin, and her two teammates are now Chunin, Team Kurenai has been disbanded, but they would still meet up to catch up. Hinata's request of not being clan head has been approved with the stern decision of the clan head and a bit of glaring standoff thanks to a clan elder and Hayashi. Today I am turning 15, and what else to do to celebrate other than by raiding a huge illegal company and killing off everyone? Red covered walls, red dripping off floors as headless bodies are everywhere covered in a cute little red bow. Lights were now red thanks to the blood splatters caused by yours truly. I looked to my left to see Anko-sen offering me a round thing covered in discarded clothes and topped off with a bow from my small intestines. Happy birthday! I am sure you will love this, she told me oh so happily. Looking at the cover, I already love what you did. Who knew intestines work as bows, then? Open it already, Commander, she says with a smirk. I took onto her request and ripped the small intestine into pieces and ripped the bloodied clothes, revealing my gift. Inside was a head, a 1,000,000 yen bounty head. I looked at Anko as she looked back and we began giggling like little girls. Anko and me began hanging out more, but she still does not allow me to torture anyone in the torture and interrogation unit, saying it is her turf. I sadly accepted the terms as we go on bloody missions that let us go wild and reveal our sadistic side, scaring Kakashi Nii-san and the other ANBU I placed to watch over him as we recall every murder and how we did it. That was fun. Thank you for this wonderful head, Anko-san. I will surely admire this as I turn it to the bounty collectors as I watch it burn, and with that we began laughing maniacally. We slowly stopped laughing, but our grins were still there. We shunshined out of the place using my shunshin and into Kakashi Nii-san's office, not really scaring him. Mission report? Well, Hokage-sama, it all started when Anko-sen summoned a giant snake as it mowed down the door, eating all it passed through, leaving a beautiful crimson floor as flesh and organs were flying everywhere. The boss has been taken care of and we have heard his proof dash, I say quickly, showing my birthday gift, and all the members were killed. There were no survivors, I guarantee that. I felt everyone present there except for Anko and I shuddered a bit. Alrighty then. You are dismissed. Kitsun, I believe another one of your blood clones has died. Please go take care of his body at your office. Poor guy only stayed alive for 2 hours, I groaned at that. All the previous clones from the Sand and Sound invasion are still alive. I make new blood clones every time one suicides from the stress of being ANBU commander of both Black Ops and Root. I quickly disposed of the body by burning it and making another one, who groaned immediately after being released onto the world. The blood clones that are in Konoha are now living their lives for now. They all went to different places. One of them decided teaching might be fun, another became a Jonin sensei of Saratobi Konohamaru and friends. Another joined Izumu and Kotetsu in being gate guards, since he saw them always sleeping on the job and saw it perfect for it. Others are still in ANBU though, still not finding a life. I wished the newly birthed Kitsun good luck and stopped him from killing himself 2 minutes in. Seriously, why do they want to die so hard? I shunshine towards our training guard to see a Hinata sleeping below the tree. She is sleeping, or so she thought I was thinking. She is obviously not sleeping and is trying her best not to laugh. Hinata-chan, you know I am a censor and your chakra signature is not common. I could practically hear the upcoming fit of giggles that you were about to unleash. Geez, Naruto-kun, did you at least get fooled a bit? She asked. Hopeful, no, she fell anime style at the bluntness of my answer. You do not have to be so mean about it. Baka. She pouted in a cute way. Oh how I love her, marry her already. We are not even dating, Naruto-kun, it may not be much, but happy birthday. She said gleefully as she showed a box in front of me as it seemingly appeared out of nowhere. Oh yeah, storage seals. I took the present before opening it to reveal. Kitsun POV. Naruto-kun, huh? I must have been daydreaming again. What was I dreaming about again? Oh right, this, I say as I look at the bracelet that had been placed on my wrist. It was a simple gift, but I will treasure it since Hinata-chan made it herself. We are currently just lazing in the training ground after Kaka Nii-san forced us to take a break. He says Hinata already has a lot of experience to be ANBU. But I somewhat agree. Sure, she is skilled enough to come out of a battle with only a few scratches, but you can never be too prepared. Naruto-kun, you were wiggling a lot in your sleep. Did something happen in your dream? It was nothing, just remembering some things. Your shadow clone popped again, huh? How did you know? You usually get the exhaustion of your shadow clone and would sleep immediately. She says with a giggle, you really know me, huh? I asked with a small laugh. Of course, we are currently beneath the giant tree we used to rest at. It was around sunset when I woke up. More than 6 months have passed, and soon the so-called Prince of Konoha would return with his perverted godfather. I don't blame him. His uncensored version I managed to buy without Kaka NII knowing is great. All the things you could do with ninja wires. Yandame and family are still living their happy lives inside their own comforts, as they sometimes ask me to take care of their child when they go on missions. They could not ask Tsunade-sama or her apprentice, Shizen, since they are always needed in the hospital. Especially my clones, those little shits are needed, so they are always being healed. I, of course, took on the job as I wore a crown on top of my head holding one of her toys, as I did the best voice change I could. I also use chakra strings to make another toy move as we have a little conversation on how we kill the yandame. Or at least, that is what I wish, but instead we are talking about having parties. She once called me Kitsun ni, and to my discomfort, it was when I was giving her back to her parents. They just laughed as I went out, not wanting to face the anger of the red-hot habanero again. Once she sees bloodstains on her floors, I have to run as far as I can. I heard that Konohamaru, who calls me Nisan even as the Anbu commander, defeated the Red Minato in the Chunin exams held in Suna. Konohamaru, Moegi and Udon all made it to Chunin, and all three defeated Menma in each corresponding Chunin exams. Guessed all he learned from the super pervert were not that much, being defeated by someone 3 years younger than him. The clone still takes care of them, as requested by the group, saying they will still be Team Kitsun. I felt emotions from the clone leaking out as he accepted the request. I felt Hinata combing my hair with her fingers, getting me out of my stupor. Agomon Hinata-chan, we did not even converse properly thanks to my daydreaming. It is fine, Naruto-kun. Spending time with you makes me happy, so this already is enough for me. Spending time with me makes her happy? Is she hinting at something? You really are dense, you idiot. I have been telling you for the last 8 years of your existence. She was practically begging for your attention when you first met. Oh, shut up, Hinata-chan, would you go on a date with me? What? That just came out of nowhere. Oh, why did I do that? Where did that come from? Date. Having a date with Naruto-kun, I heard Hinata mumble to herself, it is fine if you do not want to. Hinata-chan, no. I mean yes. I want to go on a date with you, Naruto-kun. We stared for each other for a second before both our faces turned red and we looked away from each other, clearly embarrassed about something. So, shall we go? How about your face, eh? What is wrong with Hinata-chan? Nothing is wrong with Naruto-kun. It's just your identity. She said, defending herself. Ahaha, Gomen. We could just use a henge so no one else will know. Is that alright with you? Hi, I did a quick henge and turned into a black-haired guy with a jonin flak jacket. Hinata-chan turned into a girl that has black hair which reaches to her waist. I did a quick shunshin to anyone in the middle of the village and walked out of it. We quickly went into the nearest place, and we ended up in Ichiraku. We ate all we could, and Hinata-chan ate 46 bowls of ramen and I only ate 26. Let us just say old man Tucci got a couple thousand yen just from me. I walked Hinata-chan home as we dropped our henge. My mask was still on, which is good. We reached the front gate and turned to go home. But before I could take a step, I felt warmth on my cheeks for a second before I heard a soft squeal. I smiled, knowing well what it was since my other masks also moved. Thankfully no one saw me. I can't wait for tomorrow, Hinata-chan. I am going to tell you something important, okay? Hi, I, Kitsun, am asking you to join Anbu. Do you accept it? Of course, good, since I already believe in your expertise. I will not examine you since basically all the missions we did were one big exam. Starting today, you will be known as Anbu Mizuno Kitsun. Wait, is that not like a female fox? Yes it is. So are you asking me to be your girlfriend? As expected, you caught on. Would you, Hyuga Hinata, accept me as your boyfriend? Of course. Kitsun POV. Oh, Kami. Not yet. Why is he still alive? I thought that he would die somehow. But no, he just had to be alive, shouting somewhere inside this village, annoying the crap out of people. I am in the Hokage mountain doing some paperwork and I could hear his obnoxious shouting from within the village. I wonder if he managed to make someone's ears bleed. It is either his 2.5 training has ended or the Toad Sage just got tired of that brat. Anyways, this child playing at the corner definitely got scared since she ran up to me. The Uzumaki Namikaze couple decided to go on a little mission, leaving me their child. Sure, give your child to a murderer. But it is fine, Mito is nice anyways. Kitsun, what was that sound? Mito-chan, your extremely loud brother is back and is making villagers' ears bleed. Do not worry, I'll go shut him up. Are you coming? I asked the little girl clinging onto me. Hi, well, Mito definitely has more Uzumaki blood flowing through her. Luckily, she did not get the verbal tick like her mother and brother. I guess we are similar. She is unluckily energetic like her mother but is quiet and collected like her father. Her red hair grew more, reaching around her waist. Do not let go, okay? And wear this. I said to her as I gave her a small noise-canceling ear equipment. She nodded as I carried her and did a flame shunshin, since I do not want to clean blood. We quickly arrived to where the screaming was still ongoing, although a full minute passed. I pushed the brat off the pole thing he was standing on as he graciously landed face first before looking at my general direction with an angry face. It is so sad that his neck did not snap. It would have done the village good. Kitsun-sensei. You have a child. I see that the cause of all the noise that could make people's ears bleed was from my kawaii genin. To answer your question, no, she is not my child. Please go to the Hokage's office, for I am sure that he would like to talk to you. And with that, I left with Mito still being carried by me towards a destination. He sure is slow. The Sannin did not even teach him Shunshin yet? This is just sad. Even Pakken could teach me way more stuff than him. I miss Pakken. 3-2-2 San. I am BA-Kitsun-sensei? What are you doing here? As you can see, I have killed your father and taken his place as Hokage. You what? He says, taking out a kunai and sprouting his attack chain, which was sent forwards only to be stopped by 2 of my own. Seriously, he sent 7 to my way and only 2 of mine stopped it. You really are clueless, huh? And I guess your godfather did not tell you yet. Right after you left, your father resigned due to your mother being pregnant and gave the spot to Ataki Kakashi. Unfortunately, Godame-sama is stuck with Koharu-sama and Hamura-sama with matters that you are not allowed to know. Now, being trusted by Godame Hokage, he left me in charge for now since he is too lazy to make a clone. And so here I am, he is not moving. Did I finally kill him? Oh wait, he is sadly breathing. So, whereas Tusan, Yandame-sama and his wife are currently out on a mission leaving me to care for this child. So, is she my niece? Just how Stu, never mind. Mito, introduce yourself to your idiotic brother. The small girl, who just became 2 a few weeks ago, came out of the back of the chair she was hiding at and stared at her brother with calm eyes. I am Uzumaki Namikaze Mito. I just turned 2 a few weeks ago. She says, showing 3 fingers. Mito-chan, that is 3, I corrected her as she looked at me with innocent eyes. Like this then, she asked, showing 2 fingers this time. Yes, Mito-chan, so, you are my sister? Where did you come from? From your mother's. You know what, I thought you should know this already, being under the care of the self-proclaimed super pervert. The said pervert is nowhere to be found. Knock knock. Coming in. I heard a female voice call from the other side of the door. Sakura, I see that you have arrived as well. Now we will wait for the other one to show up. As if on cue, a lightning-coated blade appeared in front of me only for it to disappear again. After which a sound of crash can be heard. Not now, Sasuke. You could try to kill me later after I tell what I need to say, okay? Okay, said boy, stood up from the ruble and dusted himself off before standing with the others. Now that you are all here, I would like you to go to Training Ground 7 to see the real me with the real Mito. If you do not arrive there within 5 minutes, you will be excluded from what we are to do. Ja-ne. And with that our shadow clones popped, receiving the memories. Including Mito's, which made her tired from using shadow clones. She is a prodigy but is still a child, so I gave her to Tsunade-sama, who was standing in the distance to watch what was about to unfold. She graciously took the child and carried her gently to avoid waking her up. The first ones to arrive are Sasuke and Sakura. Sure, they could do Shunshin, but only for a distance, so they still had to run a bit more to arrive. At the 4 minute and 59 seconds mark, Menma landed in front of me. Since you are all here, I want you to attack me with intent to kill. Kitsun POV. After starting the match, the red-headed Minato had already drawn out his sealing chains. Only 7 of them. Seriously, what did they train about? He began attacking me as Sakura tried to get a hit on me by jumping high above and bringing a punch down. I jumped away to avoid the destructive punch. I sensed Sasuke as soon as I jumped and did a substitution with a rock to avoid the lightning-coated sword. I did not expect less from the 2 Chunin to find an opening and use it to your advantage. Menma, I am not really impressed with the amount of chains you have. Now let us sweeten the deal. If you manage to defeat me, either by making me unconscious or tying me up, I will show you my face that would make your memories return. Now isn't that nice, I say as I dodged another onslaught of chains and sword slashes. Sakura tried to start a taijutsu-only battle but failed when I dodged her completely. The other 2 did some hand signs as they sent a combination of wind and fire jutsu, wind release, drilling air bullet, and just like that, their roaring sea of flames stopped, just like their hopes and dreams. The flames then headed towards the center with double the speed and power. I could sense Sasuke's chakra flare up as the sea of flames reached them. I waited for it to subside and behold a blue skeleton thing with both its hands closed. Out emerged Sasuke and Menma as they stared daggers at me with their piercing eyes. Sasuke has activated his Manjikyu for this battle. He unlocked his Manjikyu a few months ago with the help of Itachi's Tsukuyami. Oi! Sensei, are you trying to kill us? Oh, you are still alive, Menma. Menma looks pissed. He sent all his attack chains towards me as Sasuke did a Shunshin to my right and Sakura was speeding towards me with a chakra-enhanced punch. The bad thing is she is also using an earth jutsu that coats her hands with rocks. To think you have pushed me as far as to me bringing out my chains, I say as 4 of my chains sprouted out with incredible speed to bring me up into the air, successfully avoiding all the deadly attacks being sent my way. I watched as frustration was etched on Menma's face while Sasuke and Sakura still had a calm demeanor and a calm face on them. This time, everyone did a series of hand seals that I myself am familiar with. Kuchios no Jutsu, out came a blue snake, Lady Katsuyu, and the toad chief Gamabunta. They all questioned what they were going to do and the 3 just pointed at me and they understood. It seems that you have included your summon onto your deck of cards. Smart move. But I am sad to say that I will not be able to do the same since my summons are all busy tracking down something. But it would be fun to fight against your summons, so I will take you all head on. I stayed high into the air as the summons began their attacks. The blue snake, whose name I still do not know, sent a big stream of liquid. Probably poison, and Lady Katsuyu also sent an attack which contained a lot of blobs of acid. I gracefully dodged the projectiles as they fell down on the ground and some on my chains. Gamabunta sent out a stream of toad oil as he lit it up with his tobacco. I did a quick Shunshin and ended up behind Sasuke as I wrapped him up in a sealing chain, immobilizing him since he is sealed. This surprised Menma and Sakura but soon got their bearings as they sent a bunch of chains and punches towards my way. I saw Menma charging up Yandame Baka's signature move that the 3 of them perfected. The Pikachu-haired Hokage managed to add his lightning chakra onto it, making it give off a constant stream of tiny lightning around it. The Toad Sannin managed to add fire chakra nature on it as the Rasengan would burn the holder, making it semi-useless. Now they are working on making Menma add his chakra nature, which is wind. Unfortunately, Menma has not yet managed to do so but could make Rasengan faster. He tried hitting me with the Rasengan but I tripped him. He managed not to fall face first to the ground and actually managed to stay up as he tried to stay on momentum and try to hit me from the back. That did not work as I successfully used the sealing chains onto him and did the same to Sakura. More chains sprouted as they wrapped around the summons. Lady Katsuyu could not split herself apart due to Sakura's chakra being sealed, which Lady Katsuyu feeds on. The blue snake was immobilized successfully and so was Gamabunta, although they both fought to try and get free from it. Soon, the summons poofed away back into the summon world. Well, wasn't that fun? It is too bad that you all got captured, but I saw that you all improved your everything by a lot. Team 7 is already disbanded due to having 2 Chunin ninjas already, boss. This is bad, I need backup. 2 S-Class Rougenin appeared here in Suna. I am taking on Sasori of the red sand, but another went in the village. Gaara may need backup. It seems that the Akatsuki that you wanted us to investigate is real and are now hunting for tailed beasts, understood? Hokage-sama, I know you are there. Out came Kakashi Nii still wearing his Hokage cloak as he stepped away from the forest area where Tsunade-sama and Mito are. What is it? Kitsun, Isarodes and Suna, the Akatsuki are taking on their Kazekage as we speak and are in need of backup. Do I have permission to go? Hi, and report to me all that you will find. Hi, ask the foxes to reverse summon me to Suna. Hi. Kitsun POV. Poof, blue, the sound of vomiting? But who the fuck would be vomiting right now? The only thing here are broken puppets, a blood clone and a red-headed child. Oh wait, he is just small, sensei. What the fuck was that? Why the fuck are you three here? I shouted as I pointed at the three people who were all vomiting all their meals onto the sand and onto my chains. Disgusting. I mean, I felt nauseous my first time being reverse summoned, twice since you need to go to the summoning fox forest and into where you were summoned. I held my vomit when it was the first time, cause who would want to sniff their own vomit without giving the stench an escape route? Why the fuck are you blaming us, sensei? You were the one who decided not to let us go. This is a fucking mess. Anyways, since you three are here, I guess you could sort of help. Oi! What the fuck is going on, boss? Sasori and Deidara decided to capture Kazekage-sama. Sasori stayed and as you can see, was in combat with me and Deidara went into the village a few seconds before you came. The clone shouts while he pierces puppets after puppets with his attack chains, ripping them apart from the middle. The red-headed brat thing is actually Sasori from what I observed and he has another puppet that has magnet style. Troublesome. Okay you three, I need Sasuke to stay behind and help my clone. With your lightning style, you could null the jutsu of the puppet with the magnet style. Menma and Sakura follow me into the village. Sakura, you will go help with the medical station and Menma, you will help in locating trapped villagers. I know you could sense chakra signatures you all do, but being in Uzumaki, Menma, you have greater feats for it. Got the plan. Hi, we all went our merry way as I left all the destruction of the puppets to the two of them as we three headed towards the village entrance and into the village. What came upon was buildings blown up and some still being blown up as sand was flying everywhere thanks to Gaara's jutsu. Sand ninjas are jumping everywhere trying to save as much as possible. I heard the sound of puppets as they are being used in stopping debris from hitting any victims. We began working as Sakura headed to the medical station and Menma created 3 more shadow clones for faster search and rescue while keeping chakra consumption to a minimum. As for me, I decided to make use of a jutsu I have been trying to make use of, wind and lightning combination, field of lightning. I know it's not really imaginative since there really is no wind and lightning chakra nature being mixed together being discovered yet. All of Sunagakure is enveloped in a small electrical field that runs through the field making any dropped bomb by the explosive clay user, Deidara, go null, making Gaara's focus onto the fight. People watched high up in the air as a full-out aerial battle was commencing. Knowing full well of the dangers, they watched while still being wary of any duds that may magically explode. Medic Neens are healing all those who were injured as Sakura summoned Lady Katsuryu to help speed up the healing of others. Menma and his clone soon went to the healing areas all with injured villagers with them. The battle went on as Gaara used his sand and some wind jutsus to try and defeat the clay bomber but were only dodged or exploded. Until Gaara successfully got a hold onto the hand of Deidara. Gaara took the given time he had received and ripped off the arm of Deidara as the latter was setting out a string of curses. The blonde grabbed clay out of his packs as he chewed them through his actual mouth, while still managing to dodge every attack sent by the Kazekage. He spat out something that I did not see onto his hand as Gaara became alarmed as a crap ton of sand got raised into the air. I picked up what was happening a second later as I saw something big appear in the sky. I tried to quickly make a barrier with my sealing chains that would be able to withstand the explosion. But the bomb was faster, as it glowed into a very bright light. I won't make it in time.
Oh shit.
The explosion happened as I expected to explode along with the rest of Sunagakure and its residents. But it never came. I looked up to see that the sand reached the air faster than the explosion happening. I felt Gaara's chakra go off in the direction towards east as he was blown away by the force of the explosion. My chains did not manage to finish the barrier, even now since Suna is large, so I just stopped it. Everyone looked up again as they saw the sand slowly fall to the ground. All of them covered their eyes, along with mine, but I could sense everything in the area. Deidara went after Gaara's body as I did a very quick shunshin too, to go to where Gaara is. But I am at a disadvantage since Suna is not my home. I could only go to the places I could see since my memory of this place is vague from when I last came. I arrived at the area of impact but came too late. Gaara's body has been taken by the giant bird thing that Deidara is riding. They are both heading towards the general direction of Konoha, probably where their base is. I could only watch as the Kazekage's body is taken away by the people that are hunting people that are in some ways, like me. I am glad that the body was just a sand clone though. Kazekage-sama, I know that you are there. He is gone already. Behold the Kazekage coming out of the sand while doing a pose in which his arms are stretched to their sides and with his eyes closed. I am impressed, Naruto-kun, you managed to detect my chakra. Gaara and I have been friends and I trusted him, along with Temari and Kankuro, with my identity. Well, they treated me like family in my time here, and it seems they treat my clone with the same treatment. Switching with a sand clone is impressive. Did Shikaku make it? His chakra was everywhere. Yes, he says it is much more believable if he places a portion of his chakra onto it. So shall we return? Kazekage-sama, stop. And we need to return anyway. Hi, always so serious. And so, we began walking back towards the village while talking about stuff. There was no rush anyways, so why not? I talked to him about getting a girlfriend as Shikaku and Kurama are arguing about who is stronger. Well, Shikaku did more of the arguing while Kurama was just being smug. Either way, it is giving both me and Gaara a small headache. As we reached the village, many Sunagekure residents rushed out as they welcomed their Kazekage, not minding all the destroyed puppets and a now non-moving Sasori with 2 swords on the area where human hearts are supposed to be. Puppets killed Sasori? Did a puppet user deliver the finishing move? Either way, Sasori looks peaceful. All the Sunagekure residents were shouting that they were glad that their Kazekage is alright, and others were thanking me and my students. Of course, my clone was getting gratitudes from the people. It looks like your dream of being accepted by your village is going to happen soon. Nay. Gaara, it seems so, Kitsun-san. And you are a part of the reasons why it is so. So, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you. Anyways, I would like to chat more, but shall we continue this tomorrow? We are all tired, I say, pointing towards my clone who must have had enough of puppets for a while, and my 3 students all exhausted from their tasks. Of course, morning came as soon as we did, as my 3 kawaii students were all standing in a not so elegant way of standing. We were thanked by Gaara as we bid farewell to them. I grabbed onto my students again with my sealing chains as we were reversed and summoned back to Konoha. They did not vomit this time. Wow, Kitsun-kun. Just so you know, I am mad at you for not telling me you are away. Have mercy, dear, I pleaded as I recognized the voice of my girlfriend immediately. Seriously, my other blood clones could have reversed summoned us back, but they had to make Hinata-chan do it for them. She has already signed the contract, but asking her to reverse summon us is not necessary. Kitsun-sensei and Mizuno Kitsun, the pacifist, are dating, isn't it obvious? Anyways, you are dismissed. I say as I grabbed Hinata-chan by the waist and shunshined to my home. I have a lot of explaining to do. That's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this part. If you want more, like this video, hit that notification bell, and maybe even give a comment on your thoughts on the video. With that being said, I'll see you all in the next part.